my sexy Scorpios. So today, obviously, we're looking at messages about what's next in love for you. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this is when you're meant to see it. The time frame that we're working on is within the next month or two. If you have not watched any of my videos before, then first of all, welcome, hi. And secondly, just so you know, I don't read reversals very often unless I'm called to do so, so you are aware. With these readings as well, if this particular reading doesn't resonate or the messages that come through don't resonate, then I would suggest looking at your rising sign and or your moon sign. Obviously feel free to watch those anyway. So we're starting with some tarot, then we're going to pull some, or depending on where the reading goes, soul connection oracle cards, some messages from the fairies, and finishing off with some channeled message from your persons. Yeah, let's get into it. Oh, bloody hell, straight away we're getting something here. So we've got the Hermit. Two more cards, please. Scorpio, singles, what's going on? Thank you. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles, and Queen of Wands. And your back of the deck energy is the Six of Wands. And you've also got the Lovers and the Chariot. Sorry, I'm having to go over what the telling mean. You guys have got a lot of cards, so I'll try and not make this too longer reading, but yeah. So the messages I can see already. It's quite clear what they're already saying, but we will get to that. So I'm just going to make sure that you can see all your cards there still, which you can. Perfection. So with starting off over here with the Hermit, this is your current energy, Scorpio. So I feel that for a lot of you, you've been single for quite a while now. Obviously everyone's definition of a while is different, but I feel for the majority of you, you have been single for a while. And I don't think you've been massively out there in the dating world recently. You may have dipped your toe in once or twice, like maybe gone on a few dating apps or things like that. But I don't feel you've been majorly committed to it, because I think you've been dealing with a lot of your own stuff. Work is something that is coming through. So that could mean, like, you know, your normal 9-to-5 job, and or maybe any side businesses, maybe you're starting your own business or something like that. There's definitely something that you've been working on and paying more attention to and wanting to kind of get before you look further into love and potentially getting a new partner. So that's the energy I'm getting here. But because it's at the beginning, and as you can see, the further on we get, and the fact that we've got the Lovers and everything as well, you're definitely coming out of this energy, or will very, very shortly. Now with the Ten of Pentacles, so the Ten of Pentacles is very much about family. As you can see with this card, it always makes me think of this particular Ten of Pentacles, makes me think of Father Christmas, because it looks like this guy's like Father Christmas, and you know, he's got the kid sitting on his lap telling him what he wants for Christmas. So if that resonates with you, maybe the month of December, please take that as confirmation. If not, then don't worry about it, but that's just something that's coming through there. So, but yeah, with the Ten of Pentacles, it's all about family. It's all about good times, happiness, and ultimately abundance. So obviously abundance can mean a few different things, not just finances. It could be, you know, abundance with health, love, relationships, friendships. But with it being a Pentacles and the messages that are coming through, I'm definitely seeing it as financial, which again is making me feel that this business that you've been working on, maybe some of you have been doing a lot of overtime. If you definitely kind of accomplished or are very close to accomplishing that goal, or having it in like a steady pace. So maybe, sorry, I'm just getting quite a lot of different messages. So it's like some of you might have started a new job and you were just kind of like waiting to balance yourself out financially, because obviously when you start a new job, or at least here in the UK, in merry old England, when you start a new job, you have, depending on where you start it in the month, you might have to wait a month or longer before you get your first wages, depending on how obviously the place pays you. So it may have been something as small as that, thinking, well, you know, I don't want to be going out on dates with people if I haven't got any money, because, you know, I want to, you know, be able to pay my way, which, you know, is really commendable. So we've got this Queen of Wands here. So Wands is the element of fire. So we got Leo, Aries and Sagittarius. And with this Queen of Wands, as you can see, she's got lines carved into her throne. So I'm getting quite a bit of Leo energy here. So some of you may have Leo placements. I feel this Queen of Wands is potentially like a friend for a lot of you guys. So if you do have a friend, or you know, a person that you're quite close to, or well, yeah, that you're quite close to, that is a fire sign, then again, like I say, take that as confirmation. I am seeing it as Leo. I'm very much drawn to this cat at the bottom. It might be partly due to the fact that I've recently got a cat and I am a bit obsessed with cats at the moment. I don't think it is. I'm drawn to this cat. So cats are, they're very misunderstood creatures, and that's something that I've learned with having had one now for about a month. So obviously I'm by no means an expert, but I mean, the general kind of opinion that we associate with cats is like that they're very independent, they aren't very sociable, they like to do their own thing, they're not very loving to their owners or loyal, and blah, 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 blah. But I've learned that that isn't actually the case. They're very misunderstood, and I feel either you feel you've been very misunderstood, and this person, this friend, it could even have been a work colleague or something, gets you. That's why they're so important to you. That's why they're coming through as a queen here. They are someone that's very important. It could even be, I'm getting like parent vibes here as well. So just because it's a queen doesn't mean that the person has to be female. So yeah, and I feel that this person sees you and understands you. Because again, I feel yourself, Scorpio, as a sign, a bit like the cat, actually, you guys are quite often misunderstood. You can come across, and I'm not throwing any shade here, by the way, guys, as not, as always like someone who's very calm, cool and collected. But with yourselves, the river runs deep, but you only show that to a few people. And you've done that with this person, is the way I'm seeing it. Now, as the other thing I'm seeing here is like how her feet are on what I think is a cushion, but it might be just because of the cat, but it just makes me thinking of fish. So it's like this person's feeds you, I mean, it could be literally, I don't know, but emotionally, you're getting that kind of fulfillment from this person. I love that she's holding this sunflower as well, because the sunflower makes me, I always feel when it comes up in tarot, it's like a nod to the sun card, which is always a really positive card. But yeah, I feel this person is, I think they've helped you either with the business side of things, or maybe it's just to talk to, and that's been able to help you put things in perspective so you can concentrate more on work and things like that. But this person is very, very important to you, which is why they're coming through. It could even be one of your spirit guides for some of you. So again, like I say, if this description I'm getting so far with this person resonates with one of your spirit guides, and again, like I say, take that as confirmation. It could, like I say, I think it could be like a spirit guide who's just kind of popping and say hi, because that, you know, that's what they do. They all kind of work in different areas of our life. Yeah, for some of you, it is a person that's here in the 3D, but for some of you, it is one of your spirit guides that's come through to kind of help and support you, because obviously we don't see what goes on behind the scenes, but this person has been helping you. And like I say, if you are into spirituality and you are in communication with like your spirit team, or know kind of like who they are, or at least who one or two of them are, if this resonates, then please, like I say, take that as confirmation. Now, over to your love life. Wow, that's all I'm going to say. And again, this is very typical of you, Scorpio, I have to say. I don't know whether it's just me. Maybe it's because I'm Taurus, and Scorpios are kind of like opposite, but they tend to often be very drawn to one another for one reason or another. But you guys have got a lot going on, and you've got a lot coming in as well in regards to your love life. Like, wow. So we've got a lot of fire here. So a lot of passion, I'm not going to lie, I am going to keep it PG, but I am getting quite a lot of sexual energy here as well. So I'm just going to sit with the energy for a little bit here quickly. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is one with the 6 of Wands. You guys have got a lot of admirers. A lot of admirers. You probably know some of them, but there are quite a few that you probably don't know about. But you are very well admired. Now, because you've got the 2 of Wands here, and I'm also feeling it with the Chariot as well. So the Chariot is kind of like moving forward, and it's moving forward quite quickly. But the Chariot in this reading, well, not only are they saying that, but they're also saying to me, I'm seeing, and with this Lovers card as well, there's going to be 2 particular people that are going to come through for you, if they're not already. I will get some more cards to try and give you a bit more of an idea on who these people are. But you're going to have a choice with these 2, because it's kind of a bit like with this Chariot card. You see how the horses are running, and one's kind of pulling to the left, one's kind of pulling to the right, and the guy's kind of like, whoa. I mean, if you can see closely, I don't know whether you can see it on the camera, but he kind of is smiling, so he's kind of enjoying the ride, if you pardon the pun there. But yeah, it's kind of like you're going to be pulled between 2 particular people. And there's 2 of Wands as well. That's the energy I'm getting here. It's kind of like like this is you, so it's like, you know, this one of your people, this is the other person's like, and you're just looking out to try and see and work out essentially who to pick, assuming that you want to be in a relationship with just one person, because, you know, I know some people are into polyamory, which, you know, fine, you do you. And with this Lovers card, you can see here he's thinking as well. He's like, do I go with blondie? Do I go with brunetti? But with Cupid here, Cupid's here to help you make that decision, to make the right choice. And I think that's partly why this person's come through. So as I said, for some of you, this is a representation of your spirit guide, and this is the person who's helping you currently with your love life, or will be helping you with your love life. For those of you that it is actually a person here in 3D world, you're gonna be speaking to them about it, and they're gonna help you make a decision. So I'm going to pull some more cards to get a bit more clarification on what is going on. So let me do that. So you've got in your spirit guides. Can I please get clarification card for the Hermit? I'm just going to pull one from the top, because, okay, thank you. So you got the Sun, which I was just talking about the Sun. You got quite a lot of major arcana already as well. I mean, and you've got the 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. It's yeah, it's quite powerful energy. Oh, thank you. Okay. The Queen of Thank you. That's interesting. Queen of Pentacles, clarifying the Chariot, clarification card, the 6 of Wands, Scorpio, thank you, the Moon, doesn't surprise me to see that. I'm just going to put that there. And finally, clarification card for the They want another one. I knew they would. interesting how you've got the 2 swords here where the person's blindfolded, which is and isn't helping, to be perfectly honest. But hey, what are you going to do? So I'm just going to move these over here because I need to try and fit. Let's see, can you still see cards? No, Tash. No, we cannot. Okay. So, just trying to think where to begin. Okay, so I guess I'm going to start over here with the Sun, clarifying the Hermit card. So, with the Hermit, as you can see, it's like, I always view it as like the light at the end of the tunnel. And boy, is the light at the end of your tunnel bright. You don't get much brighter than the Sun. So straight away, I'm just going to say that, but obviously we're going to get a lot more information here, but initially what I'm going to say is that everything's going to be good, Scorpio. So good for you. And with the 5 of Pentacles clarifying the 10 of Pentacles, that I initially was a bit confused by this, but I can see why it's there now. It's kind of like residual energy, so it's how you've turned your 5 of Pentacles into a 10, or that you're going to be turning your 5 into a 10. Basically that's what they're saying, is that, you know, you've worked really hard, you've been down, you know, you've been tossed out in the cold, so to speak. And like I say, for some of you, maybe if you're self-employed or something, you started your own business, you've worked really hard in it, and you have had really tough times. You've not always been that abundant financially, particularly probably with having to put, if you have started a new business, obviously you have to put in a lot of money, in a lot of cases anyway, to start your business. But what they're saying here is, if that is the energy you're still in, you are going to be abundant. It is going to pay off. And if that you're already in this position, that, like I say, it's just confirmation about that and telling us. And you guys just wanted to let me know about that, and, you know, congratulate you basically, and say well done for all the work. They're very proud of you. They're really, really proud of you. It's really cute. Now, with this 9 of Swords, clarifying the Queen of Wands, this is very, very interesting, because, so the Swords is to do with our thoughts, and with this 9 of Swords, as you can see, there's like a little girl in the bed, and she's obviously really scared because there's a big scary monster. But the monster is just a shadow. It's not real. It's not really there, which is a lot of the case for some of the thoughts we have, which again is what they're saying, is that this person is helping you, or has helped you, see the light, because you've gone from the darkness into the light all the way up to this, or you will. Like I said, it's just confirmed what I said, really. They're kind of, they've taken you out, because I think you were in a bit of a dark place at one time or another in the not so recent past. Yeah, you definitely were, but you're not now, or at least you're getting over that that hump, if you will, into the abundance. So yeah, I mean, this is just a reminder to kind of tell you not to let your thoughts run away with you. No, don't run away with your thoughts. That's the term what we're looking for. So I get a lot of anxiety from this card in general, and I think it's in a combination to do with this business venture, this new job, or your job in general, the anxieties from it, and all the work and things that you've had to do, and the stresses and what have you. It is also partly, I think, maybe potentially to do with your relationships. I think maybe for a lot of you, it's like you want to have a relationship, but you feel, so the phrase, you feel too broken is coming to mind. It is coming through, and that you're just overthinking a lot of things, especially because, like I said, because a lot of you are or have been recently within this hermit energy, where you've just kind of put your love life on hold to concentrate on all of these things in order to basically stop your anxieties, your anxiety monsters, and your thoughts getting the better of you. So I would recommend, if you don't already, getting some sodalite. I find sodalite is fun. This is a magical crystal, and it really does help with anxiety. You might also want to look into a bit more grounding. Sorry. So a good and actually no. Well, yeah, grounding. Definitely look into grounding, but you also want to look into protection. That's what's coming through here, protection. And I don't mean to say like you've got like evil spirits around you or anything like that, or, you know, getting a weapon to protect yourself from an attack or something. What I mean by protection is like energy protection. So I think maybe for a lot of you, or some of you, might relate to the term being an empath. And I know from being one myself that I am very susceptible to picking up other people's energies. And then what happens is it's kind of like being a sponge. So you're absorbing everyone else's shit, and it's like you take it away from them, but then it's in you, and it's recognizing what is you and what isn't you. You know, so, you know, if all of a sudden you're feeling really angry or upset or whatever, and, you know, nothing particular has happened to trigger that for you, just try and sit with that energy just for a short period of time. I would suggest with some sodalite and or black tourmaline, and just ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is this energy mine? Because a lot of the time you'll find it's not. So black tourmaline, as I was saying, is very good for helping that. It helps give you the clarity, and it also helps protect you from that and those kind of energies and absorbing them. So again, I'm going to put that on your Nine of Swords here, to try and help with cleansing any of that energy for you. Now, the Queen of Pentacles clarifying the Chariot. Sorry, I wasn't 100% sure, and then it's just come through, and I'm just laughing because of what they're saying. So, and it's just yeah. So basically what they're saying is what I kind of like what I said at the beginning, was like, go Scorpio. You're a boss, you're a queen, and, you know, again, however you, don't take that as in, please, in a bad way. I'm not, you know, depending on however you relate to being gender-wise. It's just, it is a term of endearment. Boss, that's the word, you're a boss. With your relationships, with your love life, or you will be, is basically what they're saying. You are going to be the queen of your own heart, is a phrase that's coming to mind, because whenever I see this little rabbit on this card, it always makes me think about Alice in Wonderland. And I'm seeing her, and seeing you as like the Queen of Hearts. Not that you are a heartbreaker per se, but as I said, you do have a lot of admirers. I'm not going to deny that for you at all, because you definitely do. But you're not malicious about it. You're not like the Queen of Hearts and be like, off with their heads. You obviously wouldn't be doing that. Well, something like that, you know, that constitutes as murder. But, but yeah, you are the Queen, King, whatever you identify as, of Hearts, of your own heart, as well as others. That's why it's clarifying the Chariot, because like I say, there are two particular individuals that are going to come through if they haven't already. That it's basically going to be completely entirely up to you. It's like you wouldn't even have to keep it secret to be like, well, I'm dating you, person A, but I'm also dating this other person B, and vice versa. I'm being honest and telling them that, yeah, they'd obviously be a bit like gutted and be like, oh, I really hope Scorpio picks me. But it wouldn't change anything. They would still want to be with you. Now, with the Three of Pentacles clarifying the Two of Wands, this is telling me, I feel like I feel like you do know these people. So for some of you, you might already be in communication with them. Like I say, maybe on dating apps, or you might be exchanging numbers at like a party or an event or something with them, and you know, you're having a few little flirty texts or something. For those of you that aren't, they're definitely in your life in some way, shape or form, even if it's like a random person on your Facebook friends, or a person you match with on a dating app and that you haven't spoken to yet, or something like that, a work colleague. But they're definitely somewhere in your life with this Three of Pentacles, because the Three of Pentacles is all about initial completion. So it's kind of like the foundations have been set, the plans have been made. So that tells me you are definitely in communication with these two people in some way, shape or form. They are somewhere in your life, if that gives you any further clues as to who these people might be. Now, with the Six of Wands, oh my god, these nails. Sorry. So with the Moon clarifying the Six of Wands, sorry, I've just got to kind of sit here with this, because I'm kind of getting a lot of the same kind of energy as I was getting from the Queen of Pentacles here. How like with this Moon card, I always often very strongly notice how the lady is holding the river. So it's like you're in control of your emotions, you're in control of the situation. So I feel for a lot of you, you totally know how hot you are. That like loads of people wannabes. Sorry. But I'm just, yeah, that's what it is. And fair play, Scorpio, fair play. Obviously there's no harm in, you know, playing the field and having some fun. All I say is, you know, one, be safe, you know what I mean. And well, in all ways that can be translated. But also, you know, just be mindful of other people, you know, and how your actions and words affect other people. But I don't see that being a problem for you guys, to be honest with you. I have, you know, in one of the other readings, I can't remember which one it was now. It might have been Gemini. So if you have Gemini placements, you may potentially want to watch that one. It's with them, I'm sure it was Gemini. It was like, was it Cancer? I genuinely can't remember, I'm sorry. Anyway, it was a similar kind of vibe, that they were playing the field, having fun, but they weren't quite as fully consciously aware and in control to recognise how their words and actions affect others. Not that they were intentionally upsetting or hurting people, but it might be like a matter of ghosting people, or not being completely upfront and saying, you know, I am also dating person A, person B, as awesome as you are, but you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, that was just something I wanted to mention. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at the minute with this moon card. Now, this energy here with this, with your lovers here, and you've got these two cards, so you got the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords, and like I said, I just find it really, really interesting how both people in these cards are blindfolded, and in all of the other swords cards of the deck, if I remember correctly, traditionally anyway, these are the only two where the person has a blindfold on, which is very, very interesting. I'm just going to sit with this again for just a few seconds, just to try and get a bit of an understanding and feel for what the message is. So, oh, sorry, Renage. I feel it needs to be this way around. And what they're saying, because as I mentioned when I saw this card, it's like you have a choice between the two, and that's what the Two of Swords is about. You know, she's like, which one do I pick? I don't know. I don't have all the information to know because she's blindfolded. And that's the situation you're in, or you're going to be in, with these two people. However, you also got the Eight of Swords, which tells us that you may feel trapped, but you're not. That there is answers, signs will come through. Your Queen of Wands is going to help you with it. Because as you can see, she's blindfolded only by her hair, for starters, in this card. So she isn't actually really blindfolded. And yes, she's got these swords on her dress, but her legs aren't restricted, her legs aren't bound, so she could escape. So basically what they're trying to say here is that it's not going to be as hard as you think, but your spirit guides, like I say, particularly this Queen of Wands person, whether it's a spirit guide or whether it's a friend, they are going to help you with this. So they're basically trying to tell you, when you end up in this situation, if you're not already, you know, try not to get too stressed out about it because you will get an answer. You will know what to do. You will know who to choose, is what I'm getting here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull, excuse me, two more cards. One to try and give you an idea of who person A is, one to give you an idea of who person B is. Now, they're telling me to use another deck, which I don't know where it is. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. So that usually means that there's going to be a card that's going to come up that's already come out, which is interesting. Yeah, so I'm just going to get this picture because I haven't used this deck for a while yet. So just going to get a bit of a, yeah. Okay, so guardian of spirit guides, coming out cards, give us some information on the person A is for Scorpio. So we've got the Five of Swords, person A, so I'm just going to put that there. And can I also get a card? Let's give us an idea of who person B is. What's going on with Scorpio? So another message that's kind of coming through at the moment is regarding this. Whoa, yeah, no, I'm not taking all that, you can sod off. Confused with clarification card person B. I will tell you the message in a moment. Thank you. Oh, I think that was one of the ones that fell out earlier. So you've got the Three of Swords, not Three of Swords, sorry, the Three of Wands. You can't really see it. I feel out of order, covering one up and not the other, so I'm gonna, there you go. So the message that I was getting, that was coming through, annoyingly I'm going to move these now so I can show you the card. So with this Lovers card, if you notice how this lady, I don't know if you can see it in the card, but this is how it is like younger than this person. So that might be a case that you have, is that maybe one of them is younger than the other, or one is younger than you and one is older than you. I don't think it'd be by a significant amount of age, although, you know, depending on the type of person that you like, who knows. And that's also going to be a conflicting choice for you, because one of them is, and it might not even be by age, you know, it might be just as a soul, as a person, one of them is a bit more mature than the other one. So it's like, you can see with one of them, you're going to have loads of fun, it's going to be really good. And with the other one, you can think, well, you know, this person might be a bit more stable. I might be able to see myself in a long-term relationship with this person. So the clues that we've got, so with person A, we've got the Five of Swords. So Five of Swords is air. So we're looking at possibly Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. Three of Wands, which is fire. So we've got more fire over here. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're not going to give us a huge amount. I feel person A is a lot more talkative. I feel their heart, yeah. So they're more like, if you, as you can see with this Five of Swords, how they're all like, thank you, they're all kind of scrunched together, they're all kind of tangled, and it's like this sword's trying to penetrate through them, and it's stuck, and it's just like, and that I think is a sign of a bit about this person's, like, they're not overly forthcoming with their emotions. It will take a little while for them to feel comfortable to maybe to tell you how they truly feel, or about other things, and just opening up in general. Whereas the other person B, as you can see, it's literally like got a ribbon on it. It's easy, and with them being love hearts as well, this person, the other person B, is very open and forthcoming. Again, it might be partly due to the fact that they're an older soul, and I mean, I don't want to call anyone mature, immature or anything, but it might be just because they're a bit more mature. But yeah, so I'm going to pull a Soul Connection Oracle card, if I can pick them all up. And yeah, see what comes through. So God knows, Spirit guides, can I please get a card? God, oh, could you stop this? God, what's coming up for Scorpio in their lifetime? Scorpio in their life. Heart. Sorry, the why I said went is because as soon as I picked it up, I got getting to the heart of the matter that came through. So I just found that quite interesting in regards to, you know, having your two that you need to pick through, between, sorry, and speaking to your person, or getting your advice from your spirit guides. Anyway, so you got heart. You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are close. So I'm also getting the song that's just coming through, you know, listen to your heart, tell it I'm the only one. So again, when it comes to choosing between these two people, you need to listen to your heart more than your head, is what is coming through. But obviously it's up to you. You do what you want, but as you do have this thing called free will. But that's what they're saying. Now I'm going to get some channel messages from your persons. So I'm going to do 2 for person A and 2 for person B. So yeah. So although sometimes more will come out, but we'll see. Oh, I've just remembered, sorry. I forgot to read the full message of that card. Let me find the book. So, heart. So, you begin to feel your heartbeat faster when you're close. When you meet that special person, you immediately feel the wow factor and everything else seems to vanish around you. When this card appears, it could indicate that your heart chakra is about to open and you are ready to give and receive love. I feel it's also to say that your heart is going to help you make this decision, as well as obviously speaking to your pupils. Whoa, okay. So you got, I wasn't ready, which is interesting. It's telling us a little bit more about the story. So this is for person A. I want you. Don't know why I said it like that. And then person B. Please, card. Person B. Person B, that's Scorpio. Thank you. So you got the eyes are beautiful. Ooh, one message from person B. What person B would like to say to Scorpio? No. Okay. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll pull a card and they'll be like, no. Well, you should have made the card jump out then, shouldn't you? This one. Do you think about me? Oh, hold on. This one? I miss you. Okay. I feel that that is actually from person A, not person B. Obviously, these are the other way around. If you think you know who I'm talking about here, then obviously take whatever resonates. So what I'm getting from person A here is that they're probably someone that you have had a previous relationship with, or, you know, whether it was an actual full-blown relationship, or it might have been just dating or something. And they're basically telling you that at that time they weren't ready, but they are now. Yeah. So that's quite cute. So, and person B is telling you, you know, oh, they think you have beautiful eyes, so that might give you a clue maybe as to who it is. And they're wondering if you think about them. Because they definitely think about you a lot, or will think about you a lot if you haven't met them yet. I feel person A is probably someone you do know. No, stupid me, sorry. We've already established they're both people that you know in some way, shape or form. But person A is someone that I think you've had more connection with in your past, previously, as opposed to person B. I feel almost as if it's like, that's part of the problem for you. That's why it's like, because you kind of know to a point what you're going to get with person A, and you didn't really want that connection to end. So you're like, yes, but then person B is here too, and you're just like, oh, but person B is so awesome, and person A, and this is why I was saying about it, it's like person A kind of maybe burnt you a little bit before, and it's kind of like, do I take that risk? Because that's what I felt like, was that maybe person A was not a risk, but they're a bit more, whereas person B is quite more solid. But yeah, but what your spirit guides are saying is to go with your heart, and I've completely forgot again to pull messages from the fairies. So I do apologise. So I'm going to finish off by doing this. So just, whoa, spirit guides, would you like? Flip it around. Scorpio part. It's next enough for them. I'm going to pull one more. So, Scorpio. Thank you. They went quiet. So you've got emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. So this is to do with this hermit energy that we covered at the beginning of the reading. So that might have been something you guys were doing while you were concentrating on other things than your love life, because you've been doing a lot of emotional healing. Next, you've got pregnancy. The birth of a child brings great blessings to you and the world. So if that specific message with pregnancy, child, etc. does resonate, take it. The way I view this card, though, is more to do with something new being birthed, something new coming in. I'm unsure whether this is to do with this new venture or job or what have you, or whether it's to do with a new relationship. So I might get another card on that one for you. Although we know they're both. So yeah, that's a bit of a stupid thing. And then you've got spring. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So this is, I mean, and look at that light. Wow. Just giving me sun vibes here. This is like your spirit team. Again, you've got very strong spirit team, and they're shining the light, guiding you, light at the end of the tunnel. Spring is also something that might be specific to you in general. So spring, the season of spring season resonates with you, please take that. But other than that, just be aware that your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So the way I read that is that, like, as you bloom, that's when your manifestations will start coming to pass. So anywho, that's everything now. Scorpio, thank you for this reading, because it was a really nice energy to be in. Yeah, it's very nice, and I wish you all the best. And obviously, as always, just remember, you do have free will. You don't have to do anything that I've said or anything like that. But I'd always say, listen to your heart. That's just my personal advice. Well, it's just something that it's my advice to people. Always listen to your heart. Your heart knows what you want. Your soul, it's your soul essentially, in ways. Anyway, but yeah, I wish you all the best, and please leave a comment below to let me know how you get on with this. But yeah, wishing you all the best, and I send you much love and much peace.